What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Extreme Nerd Table, guys. Sorry about last week, guys. My job actually kicked my butt. But if you don't know what this Extreme Nerd Table thing is, it's just me catching up with my friends, my brothers from the community, and I actually got one of our brothers, Robert, with us today. And here's Robert from the
Yo, buddy,
community,
what is up?
and yeah, I actually got. And here's Anthony with us. What's going on, guys?
What's
Well, so
up?
what you guys been up to this week? I know Robert had I always good Generation X show
Yep.
the earlier,
Yep.
and then the Nerdy Collective is on a little bit of a hiatus until October,
Until
right?
October, until the end of October. Yep.
All right, and then Anthony had a gig today that actually surprised me, but I'm actually happy that he had one.
Yeah, well, I got together my old band. We got together 3 weeks ago, rehearsed 50 songs, and we're like, "Hey, let's book a show." And I played a show today. It was the first live show my band's played in since March 1st of 2020.
Wow,
So
okay,
that was nice. Made a lot of money, got a lot of new fans, all that. So played 4 hours of cover material,
that's
couple of
cool.
originals here and there, but just your typical thing. So
Very cool.
So, any more gigs lined up?
yeah, we're working on getting the place we played today. I'm working on getting
Okay.
getting a monthly gig there, and we have two other places we used to play before the pandemic that
Oh.
that we that we contacted and say, hey, we're back. So
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's really cool. So, did you guys pick up anything really cool this week or anything? Do you want me to? You guys want me to start, and then you guys?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Have
So I
one.
got. Yeah,
because
I got.
I can eat my mac and cheese that way.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Well, I got some cool stuff from Sarah Frazetta from Frazetta Girls. I picked up the Frazetta Girls line of Vampirella stuff, Vampirella tea.
Nice.
I like
Yeah.
that.
And it's a nice quality tea too, so that's cool. But if you guys don't know where this one came from, it's actually from Frazetta's '96 cover from Vampirella anniversary, the 25th anniversary edition. So
Very
it's
cool.
it's from this one. So it's just missing the alligator behind it, but and then
Yep.
I got a pair of basketball shorts. With,
Those now, see, I want a pair of those. Those are cool.
yeah.
Those are
Vampirella,
nice.
yeah, well, Vampirella one, and it got the little bats on them, and then it got actually, you guys like the pockets. You can keep your
Oh, it's
wallet
got
in there.
pockets?
It got
my
pocket.
goodness,
It got zippers too, so you can keep your wallet, so it won't fall out of there.
yeah.
So it
I,
got
was, I, I
zippers.
was thinking they were jammies. I wear them
Yeah,
around the house for sure.
yeah. So they got these, and then they're gonna probably come out with next the June. I heard the June line might have some tank tops too, so that'd be cool. Board shorts would be kind of cool too. Next round. But and then I picked up I showed the pillow book off already, but picked up this pillow book.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all his water paints in this one that I've
Nice.
actually seen in person, so that's kind of cool. And then I picked up this.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's nice.
like that.
yeah, and I picked up this one, and then well, there's a animated animated painting
Cell?
piece that I sell. I think it's a cell. I'm not
Okay.
sure, but but I know for sure it's an animated piece. But Sarah goes, "Oh, I'm not sure if that they've ever printed it." Come to find out, it was printed. It was printed in this thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Okay,
actually
so what exactly is that, buddy?
it is a black and white.
Yep.
From the sixth, coming from my comic book, LCS guy, was telling me it was from 1960. It's from the 60s. I know that for sure. But it's printing all his stuff from the 50s, from the Golden Age. So it's a
Wow.
reprint of all his stuff from the Golden Age. So it's pretty much this is pretty much going to be a reader copy, pretty much the way it's yeah, it's all like his water paints. Like the
Nice.
first time
Oh,
he
beautiful.
see his water paints.
I see titties.
Yeah. This is the cell I was talking about. That she wasn't sure if it was printed or not. So
Oh,
yeah,
that one? That looks familiar.
yeah, it actually is printed. Yep. But I want this on a t. I'm gonna tell her on Wednesday. I want it on a T-shirt. I've always I liked this one when I first saw it in person. When I saw the color in person. But it's pretty much all of his. Yeah, it's pretty much the whole reprint of this.
Is that Thunder?
Yeah, it's the reprint of it.
Wow.
It's the whole reprint, so you can actually read it. See, so it's actually the reprint.
Still cool. Wow.
Yeah, no,
Look at
it's
that
still cool. But,
piece. I like
yeah,
that
but-
one.
yeah, it's pretty much. This is pretty much going to be my reader copy, because the way the shape of it is, it's not
Nice.
not in great shape, but it's in for reader wise. Yeah, it's pretty in a decent reader shape wise. So yeah, so it's centerfold.
Beautiful.
Yep.
See, I always liked the way he did women because he made them look very natural. They
Yeah.
weren't like all whacked out anywhere.
Yeah, and then it's pretty much the whole story of Dundar in here, and then I think there's a couple of different issues and stuff. Oh, and his and the other one, the little devil and stuff like that.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
Yeah, I've seen this one with once, I think, and I'm not sure where it's at, but yeah, and then
Wow, look at him there. Yeah.
yeah,
Look
and
at him
then
there. Wow.
hold on. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm thinking I'm flipping it the right way, but it's not. This is
Oh,
the
wow.
water paint. This
Wow.
is the water paint that Sarah really likes too.
Yeah, he did a really nice, excellent.
Yeah, that's the water paint, and then here's the. I like his car. Honestly, I'm not. No, I don't get me wrong. I like his painted stuff, but I really like his water paint stuff. Honest, I'm beginning to really like his water paint stuff and his animated stuff.
Yep.
Like, don't get me wrong. I like his painted stuff. Don't you know what I mean? It's about
I'm not. I understand.
Yeah.
Technique. Everybody has it.
Yeah. Dude, he was all over, man. Like he could do almost everything. It was interesting. And then and I picked up another Dave Stevens Wally Wood.
That's nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Is that dirty?
Yeah.
Well, most of Wallywood stuff is dirty.
Yeah, look at the
Really
tentacle
dirty.
covers. It's a tentacle cover. Damn you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that. That one's cool.
Yeah, it's a Wally Wood, and it's done by Dave Stevens.
The
Yep.
Dave
And it's-
Stevens book, isn't it?
Yep. And I think this one's a hard to find one or something
Did you
like
get
that, right?
that off Torpedo Comics?
Yeah. Got it for a deal.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then I picked up this one of my favorite artists. I got a lot of favorite art, but this is one of my favorite, Mike Crone, Australian artist.
Throne. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
I
I've
love the throne with the bat on top of it.
I've always had an idea with her her sitting on a throne, but actually holding like Frankenstein's head and Wolfman's head.
Wolfman's head. Yep.
Yeah, I've always had an idea like her sitting on a throne, but holding like the Universal Monsters head.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and then I picked up. Well, I showed these probably, but yeah, just
Beautiful.
bunch of
Those are your
stuff.
Sonia. Those are your Sheenas.
Yeah, Sheena's, and then I picked up this one with the blade.
Is that art?
No, it's actual comic book covers.
Oh, I know, but it's not a cosplay cover, right?
No, it's
Nope.
art.
No.
I think.
Okay, now I can see it.
Yeah, it's Carla Cohan.
Got it.
Yeah, it's Carla Cohan, and it is a Vampirella, Unholy issue 2.
Pretty.
Yep. And then I got one of my favorite Canadian artists, Canadian.
I can't wait, Anthony. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch Jeff's new show next week.
Yeah, spray paint
Yeah.
artist. Yeah.
Oh that's
Yeah, airbrush. The airbrush artist, Jay Ferguson.
Jay Ferguson. That's Jay Ferguson, right?
Ah, now Robert, you get to see the book that that CGC turned down
What? Why did they turn it down?
because the top of this cover here is way too much cover, and the bottom of this cover is way too much cover.
So it wouldn't
So-
fit in the slab.
Yeah, no,
Are you
it
serious?
fit, but when they go pressing into it, it's gonna damage the book.
Right.
Well, at least they were kind enough to not do that.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have been
But-
pissed if they ruined the book.
Yeah, because you can see it. Like if I
put it in a magazine slab.
Yeah.
If you want to slab it, get in a magazine done.
Or I was just gonna throw it in a top loader and that was it.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah,
you can do that too.
Yeah. Oh, and I picked these up. And here's Randall. But
good.
Yo, buddy, what is up?
Yeah, and then I picked these
Looks like
up.
Young Rock.
Yeah.
Ace McCoy.
Mm-hmm. And it's a Frazetta.
I was gonna say Frazetta, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a Frazetta. And then I picked this one up too.
Oh, I got that. That one's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Those are awesome.
Yep, I picked those guys up, and then that's pretty much it. Oh, well, and then I got the most recent ones. I just gotta find the damn box where I ended up putting the the comic book box. I'll figure it out. What? Who wants to go next? But when I go find the comic book box. Anthony, you pick up anything? All right.
I'm gonna wax poetic to Randall. So Randall, last week before the show was canceled or postponed, by our ever luxurious host, I had a whole segment. I had a whole segment planned, and I was going to break down and tell you that I was sorry. And that DC Randall was proved me wrong, and he was right about something. So
I can't wait to hear this.
When I went to my LCS after our show, that not last week but the previous week, and you and I had a debate over the new World's Finest comic.
Yeah.
I sat down at my LCS because they have like these gaming tables.
Yep.
And I actually pulled a copy off the because apparently they're not selling like fire at the store. But anyway, they had one of the Jerry Seinfeld covers that you got. And I sat down with it and I read the first 5 pages, every bit of dialogue. And I broke down in tears and I looked to Christ and I said, Jesus.
Oh my God.
I said, Randall was right. This is an amazing book. Fantastic writing, great art, great nostalgic old school Batman and Robin. And by the way, I even put it on my pull list. And I said, Jesus. Nice. I said, Jesus.
Shut up.
Randall was right about this. But looking at the back cover, I still think he was wrong about that. But anyway. So anyway, Randall, you were right. Great title. And Randall, I don't know if I was on a show with you. I told you I picked up, even though I'm like leery about Tom King, I picked up Batman Killing Time. And I thought that was
you mentioned you liked Killing Time.
I loved it. Anyway, but I've been busy gigging my brains out with bands and stuff, and I've been drawing too. I picked up this wonderful Heroes for Hope, which
I remember that one.
Of course, I had when I was a kid when it came out, but I recently picked this up, and this is like the X-Men battling hunger in Africa as like an enemy. Like hunger and famine is actually the enemy. This cover is done by Art Adams. The book features, I don't care about the writers. Well, I do, because you know what? Stan Lee, Stephen King, Louise Simonson, Alan Moore, Chris Claremont, Joe Duffy, Mike Barron, George Martin. By the way, George Martin of Game of Thrones fame wrote 3 pages in here. Anyway, Bernie Wrightson, Charlie Vest, John Byrne, John Buscema, Richard Corbin, Frank Miller, Brian Boland, Paul Galassi, Howard Chaykin. Everybody that's in, the stuff that Heavy Metal magazine or the big hitters of the 80s, they're all in here. If you ever see a copy of this Heroes for Hope, pick it up. Also, even though I missed the good issues, I picked up a nice run of Barry Windsor Smith's Machine Man, which I also had when I was a kid.
That's a great.
It's fantastic art, great story. I think Iron Man, whatever 2099 appears for the first time in it. again, I'm still reading The Invincible Red Sonja. And again, I bought all these the week before last, but we didn't have a show. And speaking of Machine Man, I got this reader copy of Machine Man #4 by Jack Kirby, who created Machine Man. And then I found this really weird Teen Titans thing where they retell the first appearance of the Teen Titans in this Tales of New Teen Titans. And I'm always a sucker for Disco Nightwing. So this actually had the original, and then there's a really weird Carmen Infantino, Marv Wolfman, like one of the stories of the Teen Titans that were used to be in those digests. And then the best thing, keep me enlarged for a second, I had a gig today, my band Halo Violation. We played a great gig, made a lot of money, played for 4 hours outside today. Big crowd. But a friend of mine named Bill, his acoustic act was opening on my way home. It was actually on my way home from the gig. His acoustic act was playing at this small club not very far from my house in Florida. And the pop sensation Tiffany, I Think We're Alone Now. Okay, for all you kids, it's the song in Ted. Anyway, I Think We're Alone Now. I was literally, Tiffany is 50 years old. She was a pop singer who sang in malls in the mid-'80s where she got discovered, made an album, Think We're Alone Now, Could Have Been, had some big singles. I was buying her 45s when I was in high school at the mall in Staten Island, New York. And today, I got to see her play, and she autographed this debut album for me.
That's cool, dude.
And I took a picture with her too, but I haven't posted that yet. And guess how much it cost me? It was free. And also, last but not least, anybody going to MegaCon, Frank Miller is going to be there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's it.
Someone
sorry,
someone told me, like, I think the only signatures they're doing with Frank, as far as I know, is like the VIP, because they're doing the whole documentary. So it's like $200.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, he's a little more.
Well, it's $200 for one signature. The cool thing is, if you want to submit it to get it CGC'd, you don't have to pay extra for like a graded signature.
Okay.
So that's included in it.
Okay.
So
that's
I think it's usually like $30 extra just for the witness graded signature cost or whatever. And then I think so usually like $100 for his signature. So it's like that's $130 that's already covered from the $200.
Okay.
And then you got $70, which is basically going to seeing the documentary and paying for like the documentary movie Frank Miller poster signed by the director. So it is what it is. Like, hopefully, like he, and apparently he's only going to be there for Saturday. So
yeah, and I'm only excited for one thing that day. I'm just for those days.
But you don't even have to go to MegaCon for that excitement.
No, I know.
Just go straight to the house.
I know.
Right? You get the tour.
Yeah, but what was it? So, what's everybody think of Moon Knight?
Loved it.
I liked it.
Queen and I loved it. The Queen G loved it.
What's Anthony think? Or has you seen it yet? Okay.
No, I like it. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
The acting was really good.
Yeah. Not bad.
All right.
His acting was
well, my favorite topic today would be the Morbius one. What's everybody think about Morbius?
I'll let you guys
I
go
enjoyed
first.
it.
You enjoyed it?
I haven't seen it.
Did you enjoy it, G-Man?
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna tell you why. All right, I've been waiting 8 years, 2 years postponed, and I think I know why there was such a postponing. If you watch the Spider-Man and watch all the Sonyverse movies, especially what's coming up to date, they're trying to put it into a timeline. And if you see I watched the new Spider-Man movie just yesterday. Me and the Queen watched it. It was all right. That's all I'm gonna say. It got a little much with the three,
yeah.
talking to each other. It was kind of a little cheesy, but it was still good. It was still good. But the whole thing with Doctor Strange up in the air and the rift opening up in the sky, the multiverse coming in and trying to make a spell. When you watch all the movies prior, especially in Morbius, it actually shows up at the end of the movie with those stupid post-credit scenes.
Spoiler.
That's
I'm saying it anyway. You see the sky go. I was like, yes.
What are you
That
doing?
means- But here's the cool thing. Okay, here's the cool thing. You know, I love vampires as monsters.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm not going to give any more spoilers away.
Yeah.
So what do you think of his acting first?
He
My
did
thing.
great.
Okay.
I
Okay.
think he did great.
Okay.
And whatever these critics are, whoever these damn critics are, I don't know. I watched 8 different ones that gave it like, it's okay. It's worth a rental, whatever. I'm buying it. I don't care. Here's my point of it. I've been a fan of that character ever since he started in 101. All right. And
But-
cartoon was cheesy.
Right.
Cartoon was cheesy, but
You mean the one with the suckers?
no, when he's talking in that weird, like Russian German voice and his
Okay.
laugh, he was a little strange. Yeah, a little strange. But
Okay.
here's the thing. Here's my point.
Okay.
Now we have 2 vampires in our universe.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
having
yeah.
Blade coming around the corner, and now
Well,
we got
he's
more-
in the
Blade's not really a what was
The
a half
Blade was in the
vampire. He's a
MCU.
daywalker.
he's a daywalker. Same thing. Same thing. But see, the badass thing is, you know what was really driving me crazy, guys? It's like I heard a lot from the community and watching videos, and they're all saying, "Oh, they're trying to make another like Batman." He is. He's a bat. He's a vampire. Give me a break. What more do you want? It's not Batman. Batman's got cool pets, but he's a man in a suit. This is a Batman. This is a vampire. Period. I loved it. There was a couple little side notes. Here's one, and this is not really giving anything away.
Right.
So he has created synthetic blood. Okay. Now we've seen this before in other movies. Blade is another one. Blade actually had synthetic blood that they were working on to see if they could survive off of it. So he created it because he's got a blood disorder along with his buddy. The other gentleman that I can't remember the actor's name that was
David
playing
Tennant.
him,
Matt Smith.
he was
Oh man. Okay. Okay. It
he was
the other
awesome.
one.
He was awesome. He did a really good job in it. Both of them acting, growing up as childhood friends with the same blood disorder, same problem. So he creates a synthetic blood. Now, here's what I got from the synthetic blood part, and this is just for all you people that don't know Morbius in general. But in the old school Morbius, he doesn't necessarily need to feed off human blood. He can actually pull plasma out of a person without killing them totally and still survive. So that was the case, the synthetic blood part that was in the movie. That was probably the only little inconsistent part of it. Other than that, it was fast paced. It was great for this newer generation that has a very low attention span. It was perfect.
I kind
It
of
was literally like almost half, right? Almost half the screen time of the Batman.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the film. Like when it was over, I was like, "It's over already."
You could-
like I was
you could go.
really
You could
getting
go
into
pee.
it, you know? And
It was only an hour and a half. It's only like an hour and 40 minutes, I think, something like that.
Yeah, and I think.
But yeah, I was like a little kid. I was like a little kid in that movie theater, and I was grabbing Queen's hand, grabbing it. And I'm like, "Oh, this part! Oh!" And I'm like, "Oh yes, this is awesome!" And then another part, "This is awesome!" I was like a little kid, and when I got up, I said, "What the hell are these critics cranking on this movie for?" 3 people behind me stood up and said, "Exactly!" They were into it. They loved it. So it's like it's really the fan base.
Yeah.
Newer generation, that kind of thing.
I will say it really felt more like a vampire film than it did a comic book film.
Yes, of course.
There were like obviously horror elements to it, which was cool too. There's a couple.
The only comic book elements in it was the cargo ship, because the cargo ship to me kind of the reason why I say that is because if you read the actual origin of him in Amazing Spider-Man 101, it's on a ship. It's on a small vessel.
I remember you
They just kinda
mentioning it
upgraded
before,
it.
yeah.
That's about the only thing. The little tiny
Yeah,
thing.
well, I mean, maybe like when he's like, and you've seen this in the trailer where he's like studying.
Brando, you watched the movie, right?
Huh?
You watched it? You watched it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it Thursday night.
Tell me it was not badass when he. Okay, this is the okay.
The fuck?
I'm sorry, Anthony. Yeah, sorry. I gotta say this. Here's the other Batman. Okay, here's the other Batman thing. Okay, the other thing. The reason why they're saying calling him Batman. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, this is an ability of an animal. The
Why are you
really
muting
cool
me
thing-
for?
No, because you didn't hear what they were talking about.
That's not how it works. You
The
muted
real
my
cool
voice.
You know his ears when his ears when listening,
Yeah.
his
When he's
ears,
listening?
his ears, the way he's listening, you'd see him like vibrate like a bat would.
Mhm.
That was cool. Also, this is where they're getting the Batman reference from. As far as I'm concerned, why doesn't he have it? They try to make it sound like because he has sonic, where he can use the sound. He uses what do they call it? Echolocation.
Oh yeah.
Echolocation and vibration. So
Like
he doesn't
Daredevil.
have to see what's in front, and it shoots out this wave. The way they were showing the effect, that was
Yeah.
cool, and that was something that was in Batman Spoiler. Batman Returns, right? With
Those,
Joker,
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight
Oh no,
Rises.
you're right. Dark Knight. In Dark Knight
Yeah.
when he had the yeah.
Yes, had the glasses on, and that
Yeah.
he could see it. He had the technology to do it. Morbius already has it. That was friggin' cool.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
sorry, Anthony. I'm sorry.
Honestly though, I am kind of waiting for people to like make fart jokes.
Yeah.
You know, just because like when you hear the sound and then you see the wave
Yeah. Yeah.
and you just see
Yeah.
how serious he looks, it's like, you know, oh man, who broke wind?
Did you see it, Jeff?
Yeah,
What did you think?
I didn't mind it. I enjoyed it. I didn't mind it. So I actually really enjoyed the movie. So I kind of
I don't think
almost
it deserves a hated spinning though.
no no.
It
It
does
doesn't
not
deserve
deserve
the
the hate
it
it's
doesn't deserve the
Is it better
17%
than
that-
Venom 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Hell
Yes.
yes. Hell yes.
I think it was better than both Venom films.
All right. Well, I like Venom 1, but Venom 2 gets a lot of ire. I saw it in the theater. I will never see it again. It was just a waste of an
I
hour
think-
and a half.
Anthony,
But,
I think that you will like it better than Venom 2, but you might not like it.
Well, what I keep hearing is I heard of people like who do movies said like they were taken aback because they're used to newer stuff, and they
Yep.
said the movie felt like a '90s Blade type movie.
The
And-
special
and-
effects
and it-
kinda.
And if that's the feel of it, I will enjoy it because I like that. So,
Because the
Yeah.
bullet time, I was really enjoying when it's showing his speed, and then all of a sudden they like focusing on him when he's taking out somebody. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up seeing it again because when I went to go see it opening night, there was like a couple that was sitting next to me, like
it'll
5
be out on
seats
DVD in 2 weeks. You
Oh,
can just
gee,
get it.
thanks. Give it at least 3 months.
No, it's
well,
No.
I mean, what the new Sonic movie is coming out, right?
it's already. I don't think it
So I'm
did
sure
very
the
well.
Sonic movie will make more money
Sorry.
than
Sorry, I don't.
it'll
Despite what you
dethrone,
guys
Morbius.
think and what
Yeah,
I
it
may
did.
think
But
when
you
I
know
see it, it
Yeah.
did
I
really
will say
bad.
th- I will say this though. I think Morbius is going to get a lot of streaming. You know,
I
like
think it's going. You know, here's my prediction of this movie. Later on down the road, I'm talking 10 years down the road. I think
Cult
it's going to
classic.
be one of those cult classics. I really
Mhm.
do.
I don't.
Well,
I
no,
think so
I-
too.
They're gonna say
I
that
don't think
about
it's
the
gonna be
Last
good.
Jedi in 10 years.
yeah.
Everything that people say sucks. 10 years later, it's like better than sliced bread. Come on,
Yeah, it's
that's how
the
the
shit
world
now.
is.
I know.
Yeah, it's
no,
the shit
the
now.
last Jedi will always be 50-50. You're gonna have like Star Wars fans that just love Ryan Johnson, and then you have, you know, the better Star Wars fans that are gonna be like, you know, no, that movie was horrible. You know, it's like,
I am looking forward to the new Obi-Wan though that's coming out.
yeah, Obi-Wan looks great.
So, all right. So
Sorry.
everybody. No, I know, but there's another topic that I'm curious what everybody thinks of, and of what happened last Sunday on the Oscars. What
I
does everybody
watched
think of
3
that?
episodes on YouTube and I had enough. I'm sick of listening to it. I do not care. I think it was set up. I think it was just to get more attention to the Academy, because the Academy has been a pit hole for the last 3 years, going through all these political crap. It's just to get people get attention. And look, it's worked. People are still talking about it. That's my opinion on it.
I was just curious what everybody thought, since we didn't have a show last week, and it happened right after the show ended. So
that's why you didn't have the show. You were at the.
It's like, that's my opinion on it. I think it's just a ploy to get people more interested back into the Academy Awards.
I was inking a page of my book, and I was watching it in real time.
Yep.
And I don't think it was a ploy. I don't think it was a ploy at all.
It was a real thing.
I watched it in real time as it happened. And the thing is Chris Rock was totally, like, when he started walking up, Chris Rock was laughing because he thought he was playing a gag, like, oh, you talk about my wife, you come up there. I don't think it was a ploy, because the thing is no matter what Will Smith does the rest of his career, he will always be overshadowed by that moment.
Yeah, and look at what he's done to the other people that won awards.
He ruined his career probably for the next 10 years, and he's going to be in the same light as Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein without the rape. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And also, I think Chris Rock has a bit more integrity than to play along with that. And that's my opinion. I watched it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I put a million memes out of it.
Yeah. That's all.
Will Smith is a guy who's been embarrassed for the last 6 months because his wife has publicly shared her entanglements. She was sleeping with other man or one man while she was with Will Smith, divulged it on the screen for the whole world to see. In fact, Wanda Sykes, the other comedian who was working with Amy Schumer, earlier in the night, Wanda Sykes made a joke, pointed at them, and said something like, I see you brought your entanglements today, or something like that.
Okay, my last thing of what you're saying there, Anthony, just the last thing. Okay, here's the other thing. If you're a comedian and a comedian's going to crack jokes and you are sitting at the front of the thing, be prepared to be cracked on, because that's their job.
If you're a billionaire celebrity, you are cannon fodder for every comedian.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
No, my point is, just because I think it's a real thing.
Yep.
I am not defending Will Smith at all. I think what he did was atrocious.
Of course.
Because, like everyone says, analysts say, if he was really upset, he could have beat the shit out of Chris Rock backstage.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Or he could have just yelled, "Get my wife's name out of your motherfucking mouth," while he was sitting there. Yep. But to get up and smack someone on live television is absurd. And there's no way, in my mind, that any ploy, plot, whatever, to cause controversy or not, that was not a rational move. That was an irrational person of a guy that's been cuckolded or has had a frustrating year in the public eye. And in that 1 second, he made it a million times worse. Will Smith, all the work he's done, Oscar winner, everything now, all overshadowed by that one moment of rage for no reason, in my opinion.
Yep.
I will say this. He won his Oscar.
Yeah.
So now that he's won his Oscar, and now that his career is kind of going to be in the tank because of this situation, I don't think he's going to waste his time doing any dramatic roles, right? I think now he's going to shift to trying to make action roles. He's going to be like action comedy.
All those movies that Bruce Willis was doing is now freed up. Will Smith's going to be in.
No.
Direct to video Walmart films.
Let me tell you something. He's still going to make big movies, right? He's still going to make big movies, but here's the thing. The studios, right? Every studio, Warner Brothers, Fox, Universal, Columbia Pictures, Sony Pictures, whatever. They're all super happy right now because now they're all in agreement. You fucked up, Will, and guess what? You need to build your career back up.
Yep.
And guess what? You remember that 20 $30 million that you want to ask to do a movie,
You're gonna get Bruce Willis, Nicolas Cage money now.
$5 million. Yeah. You're gonna make
Yeah,
this movie.
honestly,
It's
yeah.
gonna make us $1 billion, and you're only gonna do it for $5 million.
Yep.
You know?
He can't say no because he's not with the Academy no more either.
First
During the
of all,
week,
Exactly. Exactly.
most
When he
ridiculous
got up-
thing
Yeah.
ever. No
And let
one's
me t-
ever.
and-
I mean,
here's another
it
thing too.
took away a lot of the fame from the other
Yeah.
people that won awards.
oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He ruined the whole program for everybody.
Yeah.
and come to find out that Oscars was ran all by African Americans, pretty much.
And by the way, the speech at the very end, he
Mhm.
came off like a blathering idiot, like
Yeah.
a fucking little girl.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I gotta protect my. He was saying that he became the character, like he became King Richard, and he was
Yeah.
protecting his family. What?
Yeah.
What are you talking
So
about,
this
dude?
is my prediction. This is my prediction. Will Smith is the breadwinner of that entire family.
Yeah.
That the lifestyle that they live, the things that they do, it all comes from him. If he's not making that money anymore, what kind of arguments, what kind of fighting do you think is going to escalate and happen in that family? It's going to get fucking worse.
Well, first
And-
of all, everybody talks about how toxic masculinity is. I think that
Yeah.
woman that he's with is toxic.
We all agree
Example
with that
there,
one.
right
we
there.
all agree.
Yeah, we
agree with
all
that one.
agree on that.
That is one toxic woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay?
You know,
and
the
he
fact that he
needs-
got up and slapped Chris Rock is now 100% proof of that.
And the fact that
Yeah.
he was laughing and then looked over at her and got the stink eye, and then
Yeah.
immediately in his head, like every meme says, "Oh, she's my ride home. I need to do something."
And then
Yeah.
the fucked up part is that
Here's the thing. You want to
he's
hear
gonna
the reason
turn to
why?
her, and he's gonna be like, "I did it for you," and she's gonna tell him,
I
You
didn't
didn't
need.
have
I didn't
to do
ask you
that.
to. You didn't need
Yeah.
to.
exactly, and like, look, you screwed up your whole career.
You
and
want to
now
know the
how
reason
much
why I
money are
think
you
it's
making?
fake?
Now we can't go
Robert wants to-
vacation.
Hey, let Robert talk for a second.
You want to know
Robert
why
wants
I
to-
also think it's fake? Because they rehearse these before the
Mm.
show's ever done.
Yeah, but they
You
all
realize that, right?
No,
But
that was
they-
a
yeah,
that
they
was
interviewed
a
the guy,
that was
the
an off
producer.
the cuff.
Yeah, they
Really? You
interviewed the
think it was
If it was
producer.
rehearsed,
No,
I still don't.
they
think
interviewed the producer, the guy that produced the thing. He even
Yeah.
said it
Yeah.
wasn't even on the joke
No.
he did. It
On
wasn't
the-
even on the teleprompter at all.
No, there are a lot of jokes that were improv that night.
Yeah,
yeah.
Sad.
I mean, and let's be real. If it was rehearsed, pretty sure Chris Rock wouldn't have froze.
I don't
He
think
would have had
Chris
another
Rock
joke.
has the lack of integrity to go along with that. I just
Well,
don't.
they shot him to the moon.
The only thing
No, I
that's
mean,
a surprise that we can all be in agreement with is that there is no reason that he should have been allowed to go back to his seat and remain
Right.
in that auditorium.
Exactly.
right.
Well, yeah, no.
Anybody else?
Actually, they
None.
said
Any
that,
other Lord people would have been booted out of there.
Yeah, well, no, they said that security asked him to leave, and he
He-
refused.
he-
He did not.
he refused.
chose
He
not
said
to
no.
go. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
And
like,
that's
you know,
been
it's funny with
proven.
SNL.
And that's been proven. That's been proven to be a lie. What it is security talked to Will Smith's people
Yeah,
and asked, and they refused because they knew that he was, had a good chance of winning the Oscar. But I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, guys, the one thing we can be in agreement is
Mhm.
he should have been escorted out
Mhm.
at that
Yeah.
moment,
Exactly.
and then
Like
would have,
everybody else.
because the fact that he won later,
Yeah.
and also I think Jim Carrey,
Yep.
whether you
20
like
million.
Jim Carrey or not,
Jim Carrey.
he made a great comment. He says Hollywood is fucking spineless.
Yep.
Yeah.
The fact that they stood up and gave him a standing ovation
Yeah.
after his speech when he won, after he did that earlier in the night, that just goes to show you that Hollywood, Hollyweird, and people in power and the elite and the government and everybody else, we can just check off all the boxes.
Yeah.
They're going to go with the party line that's happening at the time,
Yep.
and they're spineless, So, and there's a lot of celebrities. I've seen John Leguizamo. I saw Zoe Kravitz. I
Yeah.
see Wanda Sykes. A lot of people very critical of Will Smith and what he did that night. And a lot of people didn't stand up because they were sickened by the fact. And it wasn't even the act. It was the fact that he outshined Did you see Questlove, who won that award that Chris Rock
Yeah.
handed out? No
Yeah.
one even paid attention
No.
because
Right.
everybody was Googling both at home and at the awards. Like, did that just fucking happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame
Yeah,
because
it
the
is.
guy is a great actor.
Yeah.
But again, you got to separate the art from the artist. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, nobody knows who that won that night. All they know is Will won that night and
Yeah.
the smack, and that's all they know for that Academy Award.
Kenneth
I think
Branagh.
sadly, like one of the things that holds Will back, well, a couple things that holds him back right now, is one.
The entanglement.
Well, yeah,
That
no,
woman.
the whole, the marriage, like Will's old school, so like old school as in like I've been with this woman for a very long time. She's the mother of 2 of my children, he's like he doesn't want to end the marriage.
Don't even
He
get me
doesn't wanna
started
end
on the
marriage. He
kids. The
wants to
kids
try
are
to
even
keep
messed
it
up.
and save it and salvage it, But sadly, like one, he's still young enough that if he got divorced, he could find another woman. He could have another, continue to live the rest of his life and be happy. And you know what? Even be more nice, even be more happier and more successful than what he is now, And I think he's fighting to keep
he'll have a second career. Okay, look at Mel Gibson. Everybody forgave Mel Gibson very quickly, I might add.
Well, no, it was not quickly, and everybody still hasn't forgiven him.
Oh, who cares?
But
But he can still make major movies and stuff, and he does a lot of B movie shit. He does a lot of B movie shit.
Jr. vouched the shit out of him big time.
Well, I'm having a hard time. Okay, getting off the subject a little bit.
Ooh.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time with Nicolas Cage apparently playing portraying a role for Dracula. Have you heard about this?
Oh yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah.
What kind of movie is that going to be?
It's gonna be
a great one.
I'm Dracula.
I like Dracula.
Yeah, so the movie's called Renfield, and it's going to be focused around Renfield, and like
maybe it's going to be funny.
Yeah, and then Nicolas Cage will be the Dracula, but like he's not going to be like the main staple of the film.
Like Christopher Lee did for many years and Hammer films.
Kind of resembles Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee was awesome, but he never really said much in any of his films.
Kind of resembles Christopher Lee.
Actually,
as long as he doesn't say nothing,
recently, he looks like
maybe he won't.
Every time, it's going to be okay. But if he goes into that hate mode, I could just a vampire going, you know how he does it every movie.
And it started with Vampire's Kiss.
I know. I seen Vampires because I'm like,
that's a bad film, though.
Will he do a new version of the ABCs?
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Or where he just said Nicolas Cage the whole time. I'm Nicolas Cage. I'm Dracula.
Hey, when that movie,
one of my all-time favorite. Let me ask you this: if you guys know Nicolas Cage, have you seen this gem of a film called Firebirds?
Yes,
I've heard
of that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I have not seen Firebirds.
No? Okay.
I've seen that. That was with. Wasn't that with?
It's called Firebirds. It came out after Top Gun, so instead of like Top Gun with planes, this is with helicopters. Military helicopters. He's a pilot. He's teamed up with Tommy Lee Jones, and they're both taking on, the threats. But Nicolas Cage they're using like the new high tech Apache helicopter.
Apache, yep.
Like Airwolf.
And my favorite
scene. Yeah, very much so, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Airwolf.
My favorite scene is he's in the training simulator, and they're trying to use advanced technology to train the pilots. And so Nicolas Cage is like top notch. He's like one of the best helicopter pilots. And he's in the training simulator, and he's just moving around in the simulator, blasting things, destroying things, right? Over and over again, he's like, I am the greatest. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Just going over and over the top.
Now that it rings a bell and you're saying it, I remember that.
You say whatever you want. Moonstruck, Raising Arizona,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wild at Heart,
Yeah.
Face Off,
Yeah.
whatever. He's a great man. He's
Of course he is.
He is.
He was
He
getting
is.
shitty roles, dude.
He is a national treasure. And I haven't seen that new movie, The Unbearable Lightness of Greatness, or whatever it's
It
called.
hasn't come
I
out
want
yet.
to see that so bad. Oh, it
No,
hasn't come out yet.
I watched that weird one. The one
Oh,
with
There's
the-
a
the
huge
Chuck E. Cheese
display
characters.
for
What?
that movie. There's a huge display. Of,
I think it's
Nicolas
great.
Cage, like,
It looks great.
I'll have to take a picture of the display and show you. The thing
Yeah.
is, like,
The movie,
I don't
the
know.
movie G-Man, where he's playing himself, that's coming out with Pedro Pascal. Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
oh, you
Yeah,
Go
gotta
but
check it
it's,
out.
Go look up YouTube Nicolas Cage 2022. It'll come up. It's not right now if you don't have to, but
Yeah.
there's a new trailer. It's an actual like big movie, like a big studio movie. He's playing himself, and the gist is Pedro Pascal is playing some sort of billionaire who's also into illegal activities, and the government is hiring Nicolas Cage to go undercover.
Yeah.
Uh,
CIA.
and Nicolas Cage is playing himself. So
Yeah.
it looks like it's fun.
Yeah.
I just watched that one a while back, or I don't know.
I think it's the one you're talking about is I forget. I think it's Susan or something or another.
No, it's
or
Mandy.
Mandy.
No.
Is that no, not that. This one
Not
is the
that?
one with the
Yeah,
Chuck E.
it's
Cheese with the
Chloe.
circus
It was called
circus.
Chloe.
Oh, he's talking about the one with the animatronic.
Yes,
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Is
yeah.
that-
The Wonderland.
Night at something or whatever.
Wonderland.
Wonderland. Yeah,
Me
yeah.
and Queen watched that. We were like, it was so bad. We actually stuck and watched the whole thing. It was so bad. I was like, what are we watching? What is this?
You got to watch Mandy.
Mandy's
Like,
really
the
good.
the first
you
half
guys
of Mandy
full
is
of
kind of
my pain, or are you
slow
telling
and
the
like,
truth?
but it
Mandy's
builds
good.
up, and it's like
Is
that
Mandy
second half of the movie. Like I love this interview with Nicolas Cage where he talked to the director, because there's a part where he's like fighting these guys, and he mentions how he loved the old Bruce Lee movies.
Yep.
Where Bruce Lee would do like a move,
Yep.
like a really intense, fast move, and then the camera would zoom in on the face.
Yep.
And so he got to have a scene like that where he snaps the guy's neck. You know, he's like snaps the neck, and then the camera's like zooms in on him, like very intense.
Like you'd see
You know?
Bruce
And
going,
it was just like
and all of a sudden
he
like,
wanted a
freak out.
Bruce Lee moment, you know, and he mentioned that to the director, and they made it happen in the. The great thing about Cage too is that he's such a big film fanatic. You
Yeah.
know, like he loves film. He loves a lot of things too. He loves comic books. He's a Superman
Yep.
fan. He
Yep.
named his kid Kal-El Coppola. You know, his stage name Nicolas Cage. He got the last name Cage from Luke Cage, the comic book
oh
character.
yeah.
That was the inspiration, you know. So like, there's just a lot of cool things that he's really into, and he
I'm
just
not
seems
saying
like
he's
the
a
kind of
shitty
guy.
actor. I'm just saying some of the roles he's getting are not that great.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
doing it. He's doing it just to pay off debts because he buys dinosaur bones and shit. So he's like he'll
He's
do a
been married
movie
like
for
what,
100.
5 times.
He'll do a movie for $1,000 in a dime bag if he has to.
I think the cool thing too was like he mentioned in an interview like all of those movies that he did, the ones that people make fun of. He's like,
Yeah.
I never phoned it in. He's like,
He
role,
goes.
every
No, he
role,
goes
he
well.
gave it all he got.
I just saw a recent that apocalyptic movie. I don't remember the name, where he actually has bombs attached to his testicles, and one of them gets blown up. So it's great. I mean, it's just. And by the way, that whole movie, like he says, it's kabuki theater. I do everything like I'm a kabuki actor. He's in love. He's in love with Asian culture and
He is.
several Asian women.
Yeah.
You notice like 20 years ago, everybody he married had to have an Elvis connection. Now
Oh, yeah.
everybody he marries and stuff has to be Asian. So he's
Or
got
somewhat some type of Asian, yeah. But it's
And
it's
you know what's
freaking funny.
funny? You know he's so good of an actor that even when he's like Christopher Walken's age or Pacino's age, when he gets to the point where like he's in his 70s, he's gonna take on a role and he'll just probably win another Oscar. And we're gonna see like old Nicolas Cage getting on stage, like, yeah.
Let's call a spade a spade. every one of these actors, Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken, classic actors, they all have no integrity anymore. I saw a video of Christopher Walken from a new movie or a movie that came out.
Yeah.
He was singing the Pussycat Dolls song, "Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was a Bitch, Was Not Like Me." Okay, and if anyone's ever seen Bad Grandpa,
Yeah.
okay,
I've heard about it.
okay, unbelievable. These actors, Academy Award winners, whatever, they have no integrity. They
Well,
make movies about anything just to pay the bills.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is, was it Robert De Niro? There was like someone had caught an argument. Like De Niro was like so pissed off, and he was yelling at his wife, and apparently he had yelled out, "I'm doing all these fucking horrible movies because of you, because you're spending everything." Because he has no money, and because she's using his money, and so
He
he's
didn't
just like,
call her the N-word, did he?
no. But I don't even think they're together anymore.
No. Whatever. He lost his mind a long time ago.
Well, the only book I got this week was this one came in the mail. This is
We
from-
never showed Roberts. We never.
That's right. I
showed
just got
you
one.
guys.
I just have one. We're good. 1965. I'm trying to complete this run. DC House of Secrets. number
Blow it
7.
up there, Jeff.
I am.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
nice clean
Well, that's
copy.
cool as shit. That
Mhm.
beats everything we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
That's
And you
better
know
than
what?
all of Jeff's
I-
Frazetta shit combined.
No,
That
it's
character
not.
was
Yeah, it
played
is.
by Nicolas
Come on.
Cage.
Been working on this, working on it. So it's almost
That's
there.
gorgeous.
Yeah, beautiful. That's my one of the week.
What you got, Rando? What you been up to? The grand opening and stuff like that.
We had the grand opening sale, so that's all I've been focusing on this weekend. Like, I haven't even picked up the DC books yet. Like, I got to go pick them up
Okay.
tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah, I just exhausted. At one point there was like 15 people in the store, and I'm just glad.
I'm
that
sorry,
the store
Randall. I'm
was
kind of
like-
out of it. Did you open up a new store?
Yeah,
Yes.
When did you open a new store?
I
Today.
partnered up with the buddy of mine,
Today?
Toro
Was
Rios.
it today?
Well, it was
Huh?
during the week. It was during the week. It was
Well, we
April.
had the grand
That
opening, but the store's been open since middle of February.
Okay.
Yeah.
So doing
So
It's
we had a grand
it's
opening. We tried.
It's a haberdashery.
yeah.
He's selling women's shoes. Like, Al Bundy.
we should rebrand our comic book store and call it Slap Comics.
Slap
And then
comics.
just get like Will Smith on the come in and you'll be rocked by our prices.
Funny.
Too soon.
Don't do a great job.
So if you see us go off air, you know why. It's all because of this one.
Because I make puns and jokes and stuff. Nah.
I still haven't watched the new Batman.
Still haven't watched it.
I'm waiting for it
Oh,
to
wow.
come out.
Okay,
Next
it'll be on the HBO Max in April.
Yeah,
Two things we're gonna tell you: do not drink nothing during it because it's 3 hours. So
I know
if you don't want
long. It's slow,
to,
very slow. And I heard my
I mean,
daughter
you
was
still
very
watch-
honest.
If you
with
watch
me.
it from home, you're okay. You could pause it
Yeah.
anytime you want.
Yeah, well, my
Yeah.
my daughter was pretty honest with me because she's a big Batman fan, and she's like, "Dad, just be prepared. Batman, the character, the actor, he does a good job playing the Batman character, but he plays a shitty Bruce Wayne." Yeah,
Yeah.
she said you
But
can't
his
see
shitty Bruce Wayne's not really his fault. The
No,
fault
it's
lies
not.
in
Of
the
course it's
writer
not.
and director's fault.
Robert, if you're an older gentleman like me and you've read the comics in the 70s and 80s,
Yep.
you're gonna like the movie.
Okay, good.
Okay. There is no Bruce Wayne. Batman is the character in this movie.
Detective Comics.
And his alter ego is Bruce Wayne.
Okay,
He's in
got
the
it.
movie. Bruce Wayne's in the movie 5 minutes, maybe 6.
Okay,
Okay.
No, he's in it
You're gonna
longer
love
than
it. He walks around as Batman the whole film. You will, if you read Detective Comics
Yep.
and Batman comics, pre Tom King shit, pre fucking whatever the other Tom Snyder dude. If you watch it, you're gonna like it. If you like Batman,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
like,
Did you like the-
if your
did you like the
Batman, if
Christopher
your
Nolan Batman
Batman
film?
is, if your ideal Batman is Adam West,
Yeah.
you're not going to like the movie. If you like the comics
Yeah.
that Jeff Johns has written and Frank Miller's written and Jim Aparo used to draw, you may like this movie a lot more than your daughter did. Is all I'm saying.
Did you like the Christopher Nolan Batman films?
You talking to me?
No, I'm talking to G-Man.
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yes,
On
I
a
did.
ranking of those films, like where do you rank those films in the Batman films?
Out of all of them since 1989, since the very first one,
Yeah.
numbers from what? 1 to being the best or 10 being the best?
10 being the best.
6.
Well, then you might
Okay.
not like the new movie. I just, you know what, the new
See, that's
movie.
because I have a big favoritism. I like both of the Jokers from both
Yeah.
of those. I like Jack Nicholson Joker. I also like Heath Ledger's Joker. And I know I've heard this before. Apparently, the actor that played Batman in that, what's his name? In
Michael
Batman.
Keaton.
What was his name?
Michael Keaton and Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Okay.
Apparently, Christian Bale's voice, people have a problem with him because he can't be that deep Batman voice. Apparently.
Well, it's not, you know, everybody can pick on everything else. I mean, the Keaton
There's
movies
little
were silly.
inconsistencies with me.
The Nolan movies were grounded, super, and, you know, and there's a lot of inconsistencies.
Yeah.
But if Heath Ledger wasn't in The Dark Knight,
No.
that's not a great movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's like saying anything. But if you
So,
like Batman comic
Yeah, I
comic
did.
books,
DC Detective Comics, I really
if you like Batman as a detective
Yep.
in the scene and walking around most of the movie as Batman and
Okay.
not as Bruce Wayne, the Playboy, the Ben Affleck
Yep.
Batman, if you don't dig that, he's not banging Russian ballet girls
Yeah.
on a boat. There's none of that. He's 2 years into his career. And I just think if you really dig the character of Batman more than Bruce Wayne, I have a feeling that you're gonna like this more than Randall is portraying it. I'm
You
not
like
gonna
fun
argue
movies?
with him. Art is subjective, but I
Say it
think
again.
the new movie. I will say this as a hot take. I like the new movie better than all 3 Nolan films combined. That's my opinion.
See, like I haven't said it, Randall, so I couldn't really be honest with that.
Yeah.
I'd have to see it.
As a movie,
So, I mean,
I like.
based on your ranking of the Nolan films, G-Man, does that mean that the Michael Keaton Batman film is like high in the ranking?
Yeah, because it's the first. It always will be
Okay.
with me.
Mhm.
So what's great
I know
about
it's not
that?
the greatest, but that's just me. It's just the
Yeah,
first
no.
Batman.
I mean that first Batman film, the pacing, the action, the storytelling, the acting, you know, it's a fun film, right?
Yeah, that's
I
it.
think we
Yep.
can all agree it was a fun film.
Yeah, that's it.
The
But when it comes to
Batman-
seriousness,
Yeah.
seriousness
the
that
Batman,
I like.
Yeah, the Pattinson Batman film, right? There's a lot. There are good things about the Batman film.
Yeah.
But it is not a fun film.
You're
Not
talking about
a
the
fun
new one.
film. You know, like if you take that comparison, if you take that film, you compare it to the Michael Keaton Batman film.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like
Totally different. It's more serious.
it's definitely more serious, and it's a lot of it was just too long, man. You know, like it should have been like
I just
should
want to
have at
see.
least cut 30 minutes out of the film.
I want to. My pizzazz about this whole movie that I want to see is I want to see what's her name, Kravitz's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you want to see the Catwoman?
Yeah.
You'll like it then.
Yeah.
She moves like a cat on screen.
No, but I like Lenny Kravitz too. So I'm just
Yeah, well,
saying.
You'll like the film then.
Cool.
So, what is what else did I miss? Anything? Oh, the new Crow. What's everybody think of the new Crow? The new guy.
Is that real? When did you get this review? Because it's blowing me away thinking about
Oh,
that. I mean,
I
did
think
that
they
come
just
out on the
announced
first
past week.
Yeah,
that
this
come-
past week.
past week? Is that real?
Yeah.
So it's a real story. They're gonna have his eyes. How are they gonna fix his eyes? And here's my take on this whole Crow thing. They tried making all these remakes of Crow 2 and City of Angels and all that. No one's ever, as far as I'm concerned, no one's ever gonna beat Brandon Lee. as playing the role. I just
Right.
that's just
It's
me.
a waste. I think it's a waste of money and
I
time.
agree. I totally agree.
Waste.
I don't
I mean,
think
And
I
no
will
one is clamoring for that.
Right.
Even a couple years ago, I think when Jason Momoa was attached to it,
Yeah.
no one cares. You're not going to beat the original. It's not like a franchise that has toys and shirts and comic books and it's not Star Wars. Why do you got to make another one?
I do think that it's about keeping the IP relevant.
Yep.
Because you have a lot of younger people who are like, "What's the Crow?"
Yeah, I know. That's the
Then they
thing.
could just see the new Robert Pattinson Batman if they want.
Here's the thing. This is my conversation. So if you come and watch once in a blue moon, or come and watch on Sundays, the Generation X-Men, because we're two old guys talking about these kind of subjects, Randall, those kind of subjects that drive me insane. It's like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is amazing when you it's really amazing when you talk to younger people and you talk about stuff and they look at you like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no. My friend I'll give you a point. I'll give you guys one. Me and Bronze Age Brian, we went out, a couple weeks ago. He told us about how his students are saying Indonesia and amnesia are the same thing. How's that?
Amnesia.
You're trolling him. They're just trolling him. They're just probably wanting to get a reaction.
No, it's not.
Kid's like
it's
in
not
the corner, holding a phone.
It's not a troll, man. They're actually like that, man. That's bad,
Their
man.
parents just smoke a little too much.
But that's horrible, man. But that's not the only one, because he actually wrote one in our little group chat thing telling us about another incident that happened.
One time in school, the history teacher, they were talking about Lewis and Clark.
Yeah.
Right. And then they were talking about, like, what's the name of the Indian girl that helped them? And I said, Sasquatch.
Yeah.
And he laughed and he's like, no, it's Sacagawea. And I couldn't remember the name, so I just blurted out something that I thought sounded similar to it. And I said,
but that wasn't like blurt out or nothing like that. That was actual, like, them actually having conversations with themselves. They didn't even have him involved. That's bad, man. If you think Indonesia
in that class, right?
No, yeah, but if you're thinking Indonesia and amnesia are the same thing,
talking about that too, Jeff. What you're saying, the funny thing is where I work, there's a lot of younger people that are like 10, 15 years younger than me working with me, and there is some extreme geeks there. I'm very shocked. We've had conversations in the break room talking about comics and characters and new movies that come out. So I've actually it's been nice, this old fart out here, actually having a conversation with somebody that gets what I'm talking about.
Right.
And I've had this multiple conversation with the younger generation that are always on their phone and just trying to make sense.
Right.
Just help me understand. I'm not trying to make fun of you. When I say millennials and all that, I'm not making fun of you at all.
Right.
Everybody's got to be categorized as something. So it's like, really, why? But help this old man understand. Just help me understand what you're seeing.
Yeah.
That Anthony's like, why?
No, I just like, the thing is that the Crow,
a
lot of IP stuff, like whether it's Ghostbusters or whatever, even when they had the women Ghostbusters, they at least had cameos from Dan Aykroyd, the guys in the movie, whatever. It's like, what are you going to do with the Crow? Are you, speaking of Ghostbusters, are you going to bring what's his face in there? Yeah. Are you going to bring in like the girl grown up? I mean, or are you just going to me, it sounded like when Jason Momoa was attached to it, that they were just going to make a modern reboot of it, which I guess is okay.
Yeah.
But
it is a modern reboot. They said they're basically redoing the storyline from the first.
But why is it even needed? I mean, because again, and if you want a movie to be like The Crow, just see the new Batman movie, or see the new Morbius movie, or see any Dark Blade 90s looking movie that is moody and serious and has action in it.
Maybe they just want to contribute and bring back the emo phase. Like, we have one emo movie, let's make another emo movie. And let's just like make everything emo popular again.
What?
You know, in
I'm
fact,
not-
let's get My Chemical Romance
They
to
call
do the
that- isn't it-
soundtrack to the new
isn't
Crow
the emo
movie.
the same as goth, and I don't know why. It's just like our music, Anthony. All the music has been so like. Okay, as an example,
That's the best one. That's the
Hialeah.
best thing.
There you go,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah, money.
Absolutely,
Money.
Do you guys, honestly though, do you guys really
Hialeah,
think it'll make
rock
money?
on, right
Come
on.
on.
Nope. I don't
No.
think so.
not
Honestly,
gonna-
I don't
I
think
think
so.
Let me call a spade again. Unless it has an MCU logo, unless it has a Marvel logo in the beginning of it, it ain't gonna make money. Okay, that's the new world we live in.
Ugh.
If it has
Mark
a
my
Marvel
words.
logo, it's gonna make money. If it doesn't, it's not.
Mark my
Period.
words, you're going to enjoy the film. You'll still say the first one's better, but you're going to come out and say, you know what, though? I was surprised.
I'll watch
I
it.
enjoyed
I'll
this new
definitely
Crow
watch
film.
it.
Yeah, but who knows? And to be honest with you, Skarsgård, whatever, if he buffs
Yeah.
up and he
Yeah, we have
has,
no idea.
he'll be fine, I guess. Whatever.
hard to
He's
see.
a
Here's
freaky
what-
looking dude, and he's used to having
Yeah.
clown makeup on. So
Yeah.
Here's one thing that they can do with the new Crow. Here is one thing they can do. Knock on wood. Let's hope that Skarsgård
Yeah,
doesn't get
Hialeah,
shot
I
and
totally
killed,
agree, buddy. That's the
um,
sad thing. That's the truth.
yeah,
Total
yeah.
truth.
But if this movie's a success, we will get a sequel and probably even a third film, maybe even a trilogy, starring the same character. So we have the opportunity to get a superior sequel for a Crow film.
he dies at the end.
Oh,
Well,
That's
maybe
the
not
whole
in this
point.
version.
That's the whole point of those shitty movies that came after. When Eric Draven dies, the Crow has to inhabit another spirit seeking vengeance.
Yep.
It's not the same character. It's not the same dude, unless they
Right.
mystically make him a Steve Trevor shit, where it's the same dude, but he doesn't look like him, but he is him. I don't know that shit.
Or maybe he doesn't die. Or
Yeah.
maybe they changed the abilities of the Crow.
Yeah.
That's gonna be horrible.
It's like I don't even
Maybe
see
he
it like
shapeshifts and turns into an actual
I
crow.
don't even see
you know?
it.
And then
Like
the Crow is voiced by
feasibly
Nicolas
good.
Cage.
Yeah, that'd be bad, man. Honestly,
stupid.
then when if it does ever come, because when it was with Momoa, it was in freaking what was it? In
3 years ago, 4 years
No,
ago.
Yeah, but it was in development hell, so you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know if this thing's gonna be in development hell, just like
Yeah.
that one was.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, the difference between Skarsgård and Momoa
Momoa.
is that Momoa has a much busier schedule.
Yeah,
Whereas Skarsgård,
he's busy
probably
riding
doesn't-
Harley Davidsons and shit.
love that car
yeah,
he came in.
like
That
when
was
you're
cool.
Aquaman and part of a DC franchise that nobody has any clue as to
I'm just
what's
I'm
next
just
in
disappointed
line.
in his selection.
I think they'd be better off. I want to see the Face Off with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman with Nicolas Cage cameo. That will get some money. But anyway, hey, we're not movie producers, directors, or people that give money to them. So let Hollywood do what they do. Let them throw everything against the wall, and we'll see what sticks. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean it's cream and it rises to the top. But if it sticks, it sticks.
Right.
Hey, we know that there'll be a whole bunch of other MCU films that it will do well. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah. So what's good? All right. So we're running an hour now. So what's everybody gonna be up to this week? Let's go with Anthony. What you gonna be up to?
I'm gonna take a shower. And, I'm gonna
Just
draw
one
this
shower
week,
this week?
and I need to just fucking get some sleep tonight because I'm tired.
You're
But,
gonna sing
yeah.
that I Think We're Alone Now?
Yeah, what? I heard her. I had to sit through a 50-year-old Tiffany singing that tonight in order to get an autograph.
How was that?
Oh, she's got a fantastic voice, but
Okay.
it's when you see the pictures I post, you'll get what I'm
I
saying.
can't wait to see.
Okay.
But
Okay.
other than that, I'm working on a I think I got 10 pages left of Venarella. I kind of slowed down this week. Oh, also, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah. I was gonna ask you about that.
Indiegogo.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Indiegogo slapped me and said that I had to wait for my money because I was selling a perk that was sexually explicit. It's literally the cover where she's chained up in the dungeon.
What?
And by the way, she's nude, but every single private part is covered by her long alien hair. Also, her skin is red. How does Indiegogo not know that that's a costume? Because no privates were showing, no nothing. They told me that I was soliciting sex on my campaign on that perk, and that I would have to remove or censor the perk. So I went ahead and did that, and they're like, oh, well, we'll get you the money on our next pay cycle. Mind you, my campaign was already over. They were supposed to send me the money the week prior to me sending me this email saying that they were censoring me. Fuck them. I could not believe I was not showing anything. Meanwhile, get this. Meanwhile, every single, both on Kickstarter and Indiegogo, everybody shows off all these pages inside the book with black censor marks of graphic sex. Here was my explanation. Here was my argument with Indiegogo. And I did what they wanted to do. And then I closed the campaign because I was so mad. I said, fuck this, right? So get this. I said to them, I said, you said my shit was explicit sex, right? The definition of explicit is without a doubt portraying something.
Wow.
Now, how does a nude girl with her breasts covered by her hair, how is that explicit sex? It's, and I said, I sent them the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition.
Right.
It's implied by your dirty minds. It's implicit is what you're accusing me of from your thoughts. And then you're telling me it's explicit. Let me tell you something. If I wanted to have a cover that had explicit sex, someone would be getting a blowjob from the warrior princess princess on the cover. That's explicit. Implicit is when there's just a nude body. And by the way, totally covered.
You should.
And I'm still waiting for my fucking money.
Wow, you should have the image of her blowing whatever character and say, hey, is this better or is this worse?
No,
and then just wait for their response.
I gave up. I was frustrated. No, I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, because I saw you posted it. I'm like, really? I go, but that's not the first time I've heard Indiegogo.
No, I think what it is, if you guys not Randall because he doesn't shop there, but if you shop at Walmart, there's 10 customers walking out of Walmart. They randomly asked for certain customers to show their receipt. That's what they did to me.
Oh, okay. So yeah, because I'm not saying nothing, but Kickstarter's done it to some people, and I know like
it's a thing.
It's a thing. Indiegogo's done it to people too, so I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? But I just yours. When I seen it, I'm like,
I post. And by the way, here's the fucked up thing: the picture in question, the cover,
Instagram didn't even
has been on Instagram and Facebook ad nauseum. Facebook will censor you a lot quicker than any other platform. So if it's okay to be on Facebook repeatedly, Kickstarter says it's bad. I mean, Indiegogo says it's bad. Fuck them. Fuck Kickstarter. Fuck Indiegogo. Fuck all these people. I don't know why independent creators, by the way, and I'm going to lay this out there too. All the Kickstarter, SJWs, all the Indigo comic skaters, all these people that sell shit online, all our friends, Randall and shit, why don't we just like sell our shit in an ad and say, PayPal me $15 and I'll send you a book.
Yeah.
I don't understand why comic creators are giving money to Kickstarter and Indiegogo.
Yeah.
Why do we care? Why do we want them to take out fees when we could just sell the shit directly? Doesn't make sense to me. But I know why. Because it's like a store. It's a virtual store, just like the Tampa store that Randall has opened this weekend. And there's my segue to Randall. What's the name of your store, Randall?
It's the South Tampa Comics.
It's a terrible name.
So
It's too on the nose.
So well, Anthony. Well,
Not-
yeah,
what-
that's
not
what
my
that's what happened with Anthony. But what's going on with you, Randall?
This week I'm just I'm playing catch up. We had our grand opening. The big thing we tried to do for the grand opening was let everyone know we're going to be hosting Free Comic Book Day first Saturday of May. So right now playing catch up, like I'm gonna have to get the books. I'm gonna have to take down the grand opening sign. I'm gonna have to do all this stuff on my days off, and then I got my long days of just working at the store. Bought a collection, got to go through the collection and start organizing it and pricing it, and business as usual. But other than that, hopefully I will, I won't be too tired. I can finally start, getting on my laptop and working on some stuff that I want to do to improve my skills and get the word out there, let more people know who I am, I exist. And
you mean the comic shop exists, not you, right? I'm I gotta mess with you a little.
No. I mean, think about it. Think of all the people out there that we've never met.
And
never talked to.
me.
They don't know that I exist.
Yeah, come here. Put me up now. You done
Okay,
now?
I got you.
Randall, if you need a little shout out, I have you on the Generation X-Men, and we'll get you on there and get you out there.
Thank
How's
you.
that
Yes,
sound?
I'm totally down for that.
Absolutely. And
All right.
the only thing I got going on, buddy, is
Generation X.
Generation X-Men on Sundays at 2:00, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. Come check us out. Thank you very much. And the Nerdy Collective on Saturdays will start up back in the end of October. So thank you, buddy. It was fun.
Well,
Can't wait to
then,
see your show next week.
Yeah, and then we, like Robert was segueing, I actually have something in on Wednesday this week. It's my birthday, and I actually get to catch up with Sarah Frazetta. So be sure to tune in. I got Joe Doyle with me, so be sure to tune in with me. Tune in with us and hang out and ask questions if you guys want to get.
Everybody blow up Jeff's phone next week and wish him a happy birthday.
Yeah, well, it's coming up. Actually, it's coming up in 3 days.
3 days from now.
2 days. 2 days from now.
How old are you now, Jeff?
37.
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So
right.
we'll see you guys next week, and then we'll
Absolutely,
check you guys later.
Peace.